Hey folks, Joko here, and I'm going to be giving some feedback on a to what extent do you agree or disagree essay. Now, this essay shows us some of the dangers of using non-official sources. I don't know where it comes from. I suppose I should find out before I bash it. But it's good enough if the writer is sophisticated enough to recognize what it's saying. Because here, all right, the exploration and development of safe alternatives to fossil fuels should be the most important global priority today. To what extent do you agree or disagree? And then that's all that was written. I added this part in because give reasons for your answers and include any relevant examples for your own knowledge and experience. That's in every task too. From Harsh Parikh. Must be kind of harsh having that name. I don't want to give any harsh criticism. Okay, anyway. Because what this question is saying is that we should put developing alternatives to fossil fuel ahead of ending global poverty, ahead of world peace, ahead of social justice, ahead of, there's lots of things that could be, there's lots of good candidates for what should be the global priority, the most important global priority. So it's the most important thing in the world. Okay? That's what they're saying. Do you agree or to what extent do you agree or disagree with that statement? The most important thing in the world. Huh. Well, let's see what Harsh has to say. Most of businesses and equipment are using fossil fuels as an energy source. Okay. Well, someone told you not to use nowadays. Good. We're tired of nowadays. Why capitalize this? And most of the businesses. We do not need this the when talking about a plural noun or an uncountable noun when we're talking in general. This is one of the basic rules of articles, and you need to learn the basic rules of articles. It's most businesses. And equipment, equipment is an uncountable noun, and equipment are using fossil fuel? Right. I just pour that gasoline right into my computer. All right. You need to demonstrate you understand what fossil fuels are. What are fossil fuels? You need to tell us. Well, you at least need to show what they are. I mean, show that you know. And by saying that businesses use fossil fuels as an energy source, you're saying that you don't. But, very hard to pull off starting a sentence with but. It can be done, but it's hard. It's, when we're using it's as a possessive, like belonging to it, it does not take an apostrophe. It's I-T-S. Side effects. It's not a medicine. And many have suggested to find. After suggest, we use the ing. Suggested finding and developing after suggest. Their alternatives. What is there? There? Is it the people? Is it the fuel? Well, if it's the fuel, it's a single, at first priority. Whatever. No space. I also do agree. There are rare occasions where we include the auxiliary verb do in a sentence, like, oh, do you agree? I do agree. But generally, no. To a large extent. Oh, that's good. Let's see. Not fully, but to a large extent. These, I don't know who taught you to put this in here. The following paragraphs. No, we don't need that sentence in there. Just do it. To begin with the side effects. Side effects is improper vocabulary. The combustion of fossil fuels is the main reason for air pollution. That's debatable. Our planet has been witnessing global warming for the last 2 decades. Well, a lot longer than that, last century or more. And all research is an uncountable noun, have revealed these fuels as the root cause. Space. Apart from these, okay, so now, here you have presented an idea, okay, that that fossil fuels are the main reason for air pollution. That's why we need to prioritize their replacement. Don't forget what you're talking about. Okay? And then you kind of support it here. That's better than nothing. Apart from these, fossil fuels are creating many environmental problems, such as, for example, these fuels emit, the fuels don't emit, the burning of the fuels does. Carbon monoxide, yes, causes global warming. And nitrogen oxides, does it? Sulfur, into the atmosphere, which is damaging the Earth, capital E, protective layer of ozone. How about the ozone layer? No. Other things are damaging the ozone layer, not fossil fuels. And also spreading many airborne diseases, plural, in humans and other creatures. Okay? That's a position. Why don't you support it and develop it and talk about some of the diseases that are spread by fossil fuels? Moreover, these fuels are very limited. Well, moreover means that the next thing that is going to follow is more important, more damaging, a better reason. This fuel, well, it's a good thing it's limited. Look what it's doing to us. It's spreading airborne diseases. Many researchers have found No. On the verge of ending. To keep the world bright and running all industries. Okay. All right, so, I'm not going to bother here. Oh, look at this. For example, Germany, capital G, has declared it will use 100%, Yes, that's true. An actual example that's true. That's not made up. Very good. That's a very bold step on Germany's part, if you ask me. Well, sir, the essay is not the question was not, are fossil fuels bad? Well, of course they're bad. Is it the #1 priority in the world? That is the question. And so I kind of think that for this kind of question, you'd have to talk about how other things don't matter. Well, there's no mention of the other priorities, but most important means putting everything else in the world second. And so it doesn't address all parts of the question. And it doesn't really, your support for your opinions is very, very minimum, and then you throw things in like airborne diseases that has no support whatsoever. You do have your paragraphs are logically organized, so that'll help. But so many grammar errors and word use errors. Here, under 6. Certainly not 7. Anyway, I don't like to give numbers, but I'm being a bit harsh with harsh.